The Florida Lottery has contributed billions of dollars to education to help fund students' higher education with the Bright Future Scholarship. Every time you play the Florida Lottery, it's a win for education. The Bright Future Scholarship program has helped send students to college. This makes education our biggest winner. Live from clickorlando.com and WKMG, we're getting results in your neighborhood now at 7 p.m.
Right now on News 6, plans for a new entertainment district in downtown Orlando are moving forward. We're taking a look at all the changes that this would bring. But first, the Orlando Magic have wrapped up Game 1 of the playoffs, and it was not good. The Magic lost by 14 points, but the fight is not over yet. Good evening to you. I'm Eric Von Anken. This is News 6 at 7 on this Saturday. Our sports director, Jamie Say, is live in Cleveland, where the Magic are representing Central Florida on a national stage for the first time in 4 years. But, Jamie, this was not ideal.
No, it wasn't. Eric, they just turned the lights out on us here at Rocket Mortgage Fieldhouse, but the lights have not been turned off on the Orlando Magic, even though the playoffs did not get off to the start that they hoped for. To put it bluntly, the Magic were laying bricks today in Cleveland and now find themselves down 1-0 in their playoff series with the Cavaliers after a 97-83 loss. Paolo Banchero led the Magic in scoring with 24 points in his playoff debut. Franz Wagner second on the team with 18 points. You hear from them, they're obviously not hanging their heads. This was a learning experience for pretty much the whole team, and they vow to be better in Game 2 on Monday night. We'll have more from Cleveland coming up in sports, but for now, I'm live at Rocket Mortgage Fieldhouse. I'm Jamie Say, getting Results News 6. Eric, back to you.
You and Nathaniel not left in the dark, Jamie. In fact, I think I see the light at the end of the tunnel behind you. We'll see you again tonight at 11. Thank you so much. Yeah. Of course, while the Magic are in Cleveland, the team's entertainment district in Orlando is moving one step closer to reality. Here's a live look over downtown Orlando from our Light Orlando camera. One day, the skyline could include a hotel, apartments, restaurants, and even a new event venue. Our News 6 investigator, Lewis Bolden, is here looking into this meeting happening on Monday and what this means for this new entertainment district. Lewis?
Yeah, Eric, this is a copy of Monday's City Council agenda, and it really lays this all out. City Council members are prepared to sweeten the pot with tens of millions of dollars in incentives to get this complex built, and it is already getting a reaction from the public. We're talking about the piece of property across from the Kia Center at West Church Street and South Huey Avenue. It is a $500 million project to build an entertainment complex. Now, according to the agenda, the city would refund between $35 and $40 million in property taxes over about 10 years. The complex is slated to bring a hotel, like Eric mentioned, retail and office space, a live event venue, a festival plaza space, and more than 1,100 parking spaces. We caught up with Magic fans at today's watch party at Wall Street, downtown Orlando. They say they are on board with the city doing what it takes to give them more space to cheer on the Magic.
We are starting to outgrow it. I know you were just down there, and it's pretty packed over there. And this is just Game 1 of the first round. So when we start getting deep, making these deeper runs, and the city grows, our fan base grows, we are going to need a little bit bigger space. And so it'll be nice to have that facilitated through the city.
Now, the complex is also slated to have 270 residential units in the first phase, and 10 of those would be considered attainable or more affordable housing. But some say that's not enough. We'll have more on that coming up tonight at 11. Eric?
Yeah, a lot of free money on the line that not everybody is happy about, Lewis. We'll talk to you about that when we see you again tonight at 11, like you said. Thank you. Heading outside now to the coast. Here's a live look at Daytona Beach. I think I still see a whole lot of cars there. This is a live look from our Daytona Toyota DeLand Kia camera. Nobody wants to pack it in yet. I don't know now we're seeing, wow, that was a nice sunset shot. Meteorologist Mary Kokinas is pinpointing the heat, how long this is going to last, and almost records breaking today. Almost.
We got close, but I have to say that Daytona Toyota DeLand Kia shot of the sunset.
Before or after? The after.
The sunset.
Yes.
Yeah, the after. my favorite time of day.
Yeah.
Love it. I'm a sunset lover. So we did manage to get up to 90 degrees today in Orlando, well above the average of 84 for this time of year, but we did manage also to stay below that heat record of 96 set back in 1908. Here's the live view from our Light Orlando camera delivering hope. You can see that the sun is setting across the city. Beautiful, absolutely stunning out there. Temperatures are going to fall to the upper 70s by 10 o'clock tonight and then the upper 60s after about 4 o'clock in the morning. Now, there will be some fog to contend with, and as I put this in motion, you'll notice that after 2 o'clock in the morning, visibilities start to reduce a little bit, especially north and west of I-4. So I think through at least 7 and maybe even 8 o'clock in the morning, we could see visibilities as low as a mile or even less along I-4 and back to the north and west with heavy potential across northern Lake, northern Sumter, going into Marion County. That will linger through at least mid-morning, and then after that I'm pinpointing more heat and then the return of some rain. We're pinpointing another cold front headed our way. I'll show you all those changes coming up in just a few minutes. Eric?
See you then. Thank you, Samara. Lawmakers are one step closer to banning a popular social media app, but don't expect it to go away anytime soon. Today, the U.S. House passed a bill banning TikTok in the U.S. if the China-based owner doesn't sell its stake within a year. The new bill now has to go to the Senate and then to the president to become a law. Even if it does pass, again, the company would have up to a year to find a buyer. It would also likely challenge the law in court, arguing that it would deprive the app's millions of users of their First Amendment rights. If you're hearing a roar in the sky, it's probably from the air show in Sanford this weekend with fighter jets and vintage planes.
It's a legacy thing. We are representing people that largely are no longer here anymore, right? Not only the crews, the pilots, the gunners, the navigators that flew these airplanes, but also the people that designed them, that built them.
Our News 6 meteorologist Jonathan Kagas went up in the B-25 yesterday when the team practiced. That is a beautiful plane. It's one of 9 performers this weekend, including my favorite, the U.S. Navy Blue Angels, the F-22 Raptor demo team, and the B-25 right there, bomber Panchito. The air show runs again from 12 p.m. to 4 tomorrow at the Sanford Orlando International Airport. Even if you can get close to it, it's pretty impressive. We posted all the details for you inside this story on clickorlando.com. We're going to check back in with Jamie Say a little bit later, and the Magic aren't the only Florida team in the playoffs. Ryan Welch is going to take a look at the NHL coming up. But first,
he was changing the status quo.
This Brevard County couple played a significant role in the civil rights movement here in Florida. We're taking a look at the museum honoring their legacy. Next, you're watching News 6, getting results for Eatonville, Cocoa, and all of Central Florida. Look at that sunset on this Saturday evening. We'll be right back.
What is happening?
We're packing up our newscast and taking it on the road.
Oh, that's happening now?
Now, so let's go.
Every month, we're broadcasting live from a different community.
Because we want to speak with you, hear about the things that concern you most.
It's time you create the roadmap for our newscast. See what I did there?
WKMG hits the road live. Want us to come to your neighborhood?
Go to clickorlando.com/hitstheroad and tell us where to go next.
Live with Eric Von Enken, meteorologist Samara Kokinos, and sports with Ryan Welch. This is WKMG at 7 p.m. Getting results.
Harry and Harriet Moore were true pioneers in the civil rights movement here in Florida. Harry even established the first NAACP in Brevard County back in 1934. And News 6's Emily McLeod was there today when the museum that honors their legacy celebrated 20 years. Meteorologist Samara Kokinas joining us again. So certainly hot, Samara, but I got to say lower humidity has made it bearable.
Exactly. So as over the next 24 hours, though, that humidity is going to start to rise and it's going to make the heat a little bit more noticeable. But until then, enjoy views like this. Our Daytona Toyota DeLand Kia camera showing the sunset view over the Intracoastal this evening in Daytona Beach. Absolutely stunning oranges and yellows out there tonight. Temperature sitting at 83. Not too bad with that east wind around 6 miles per hour. It feels like 86 degrees. A live view for our Mount Dora camera, and you can see some families still enjoying the boardwalk out out there. Just a beautiful evening, and still feeling pretty nice in Mount Dora as well at 79 degrees, but still feeling like the lower 80s out there. So that humidity really not too bad. As we look across the rest of Central Florida, it's 87 in Orlando as well as Kissimmee. Good evening to you in Cocoa Beach, checking in at 80. It's also 83 in Daytona Beach. Now, as we look at the setup, we still have high pressure in place. Now, that's going to keep us on the dry side for at least one more day. Notice back to our north and west, though, we have this stalled frontal boundary. It's going to start to move, get a little bit closer to us by tomorrow night, and then across Central Florida, weakening on Monday. So ahead of that, as we start the clouds and rain forecast, you'll notice that as we head into tonight, really not much action. Maybe a few fair weather clouds overhead. Some patchy fog could get a little bit thick, mainly in and around I-4 and back to the north and west through at least 6 and 8 o'clock tomorrow morning. It's going to clear out fairly quickly. Most of the day is fairly dry, maybe a few sprinkles in the afternoon. I think we're all going to be relatively dry. It's not going to be until Monday where we see rain chances go up to about 50%. That's associated with that cold front, and it could bring a few strong to severe thunderstorms anywhere from Sanford to the south Monday afternoon through the early evening. We're talking about the thunderstorms producing some damaging wind gusts. As we put this in motion, notice that happens to really flare up around 2 o'clock in the afternoon and linger through the early evening hours. It could produce some small hail, heavy downpours, and lightning, so just be ready for that Monday afternoon through the evening hours. Your overnight lows stay in the 60s tonight with that areas of fog settling in after about 2 o'clock in the morning, lingering through about 6 and even 8 o'clock in the morning, getting kind of thick there. Here's a look at tomorrow. Your high temperature will rebound to 91 degrees. It will be a little bit breezy tomorrow afternoon. Now let's get you some results and show your pinpoint accurate 7-day forecast. On Monday, that 50% coverage of rain is going to bring us some heat relief on Earth Day. Don't forget to recycle. Your high temperature will be 81. And then behind the front, 82. Going back up to nearing 90 by the end of the work week, but we are dry after Monday afternoon.
Rain on Earth Day, appropriate.
I believe so.
Samara, thank you. Ryan Welch is here with sports. Tough start to the playoffs.
We knew it was going to be a difficult series against the Cavaliers. Cleveland has a very solid club. One major issue surfaced in Game 1 today. We'll show you what happened and have a live report from Jamie Say. But before we go to break, hats off to the Seminole High girls water polo team. The Noles wrapped up a perfect season and won a state title with today's 10-6 victory over West Orange. This is footage from a regular season win over Dr. Phillips. We'll be right back.
The award-winning News 6 investigators have got your back. Check them out weekdays on News 6.
Welcome back. The long wait is over. The Magic's 4-year playoff absence ended today with Game 1 of their Eastern Conference quarterfinal series in Cleveland. And we'll be right back.
The new and improved News 6 app is here. We've updated everything and added new features to make it even better, like a more customizable home screen where you can log in and see the stories important to you at a glance. Stream News 6 and News 6 Plus live anywhere, anytime with picture-in-picture playback while you're using other apps on your phone. And now, the More For You section, which offers even more options for you to choose from. Download or update your app today. The new and improved News 6 app.
So patchy fog tonight along I-4 back to the north and west through early tomorrow morning. Once we get through that, plenty of sunshine, but storms return on Monday.
Be careful with that fog because it
could
can cause problems, as we've seen. We're back tonight at 11 o'clock. Hope you enjoy your Saturday evening and the sunset. Bye.
The following program is a paid commercial announcement. The views represented are not necessarily the views of WKMG management and should not be considered as an endorsement.